I'm going to first walk you through some what I call sensual play exercises. This is a version of the type of exercises that I do in my sensual sessions with people. I start off my sessions with this type of activity, this type of shared activity, because it really helps to sync people up energetically and sensually, very intimately, and it all happens through silence and a lot of stillness. And it's very simple and tends to be very effective in my experience. It's helpful if one of you decides to be a lead and the other decides to follow. It just is helpful if those roles are adopted. Otherwise, it could also work if each person just collaborates equally and just chimes in as they feel they have something ready to contribute, as long as it creates like a harmonious flow of the experience for everyone. Okay, so each person sitting facing the other person. I actually like having each person sit cross-legged to where just your knees are touching. It creates more distance between people, which I think is actually good to enhance intimacy, because when there's forced intentional space and we're sharing with each other intimately, it kind of like heightens our desire for each other, and it heightens our desire for closer intimacy and touch and connection. And I think that there's a great benefit to letting ourselves marinate in that feeling of desire before actually getting it. There's something about wanting and not having that I think is really beneficial to a quality of intimacy being shared. That said, begin in whatever position you want to start with, but both you and your sweetie facing each other. Okay, so I also like to begin with the palms, everybody having their own palms face down on their lap. Again, it's just in the same kind of realm that I was just speaking to, of like there being a very clear distinction of like a boundary between, like a separateness between the two people. Because first of all, it allows each person to connect and ground into themselves. I think that's super important for really deep intimacy to be shared, which is that each person is approaching the intimacy with a clear connection to self. And then, you know, moving into more shared realms of touch from there. So also the palms down on over the lap, over the legs, the thighs, the knees. It's a grounding posture. It's a grounding posture for the hands, for the energy to be downward, down and in. And it's a good place to start. So sitting facing each other, palms face down, close the eyes and bring the focus to the breath as it moves in and out of the nose. Allow for all of the cares and concerns of the day to remain outside the walls that you are sitting within. Allow your mind to fully come to presence with the body in this space and time. Allow yourself to simply enjoy your breath. Enjoy the experience of being without needing anything from it, without needing it to go anywhere. Just simply being there with yourself, sharing this moment with your beloved. tap into your heart and cultivate a sense of gratitude for yourself in this moment, for all that you are, for everything that it has taken you to get to this moment and this place on your journey, all the ups and downs, all the trials and the celebrations, everything in between. Just the epic human life that you are, the epic human path that you walk. Go ahead and allow yourself to feel gratitude for that epic human journey that you're on, and for all that it's taken you to become who you are. All that it has taken you to create the current circumstance that you find yourself in, where you get to be here now, sitting where you are in front of your beloved. Keep the eyes closed. Keep connected to the breath as it moves in and out of the nose. We're gonna layer on by relaxing all of the muscles in the face and surrounding the skull. The face is where it's said that we have our personality held in our face. Our ego is held here, right? This is like how we express our personality to the world. And so by relaxing all the muscles in the face, we're actually taking a break from our egoic identity of self, and we're tapping into the aspect of ourselves that is far greater, far more vast, infinite. It's a part of ourselves that has always been there in our experience, yet it's a part of ourselves that has no name, no personal details, doesn't have a past or a history. It just simply is there. It's an observer, it's a witness. So we're putting a pause on the aspect of ourselves that has a name, the aspect of ourselves that has a story and personal details. We're just putting that on pause for a second. And by relaxing the face, it actually really helps us to tap into this greater aspect of ourselves. So, relaxing all around the skull and the muscles in the forehead and in between the brow and surrounding the eyes, in the jaw, just letting it all go. Creating space and opening, feeling almost as if the skin is just draped over the bone, really fully just letting it all go. Especially around the eyes and between the brow. Really explore into that more and more. Keeping connected to the breath. Keeping the face relaxed, and then opening the senses, taking in all of the sounds and the smells surrounding you, noticing the taste in your mouth, feeling your hands on your skin, feeling the floor beneath you. Perhaps even sensing the air surrounding your body. So with the focus on the breath, the face relaxed and the senses open, just sitting together in a silent and still meditation for a couple minutes, 5 minutes, however long you want. You can even set a timer, you know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes is great. If you can do 15 or 20 minutes together, that's so awesome. But even just 2 minutes is really effective. And then after the meditation, the lead person will open their eyes and will share some sensual touch with the other person. So the other person keeps their eyes closed and continues on with their meditation, continue staying connected to the breath, face is relaxed and the senses open. And the lead person is offering their sweetie some nourishing, sensual touch. I really like soft, very feather light touch. My favorites are like around the face, touching around the face very lightly, touching in the hair. But really kind of doing like in general like a nice feather light sensual touch sweeping over the whole body. Slow, there's no rush, just with the purpose of enjoying the presence of the slow touch, and where one person gets to enjoy being the one that offers the touch, being the one that gets to behold the beauty of the beloved in their hands and bless them up with some really beautiful quality touch. And then for the other that gets to just receive in that stillness, to receive that nourishing touch and that pleasure. And so I would give maybe like a few minutes for this and then switch. So now the person leading closes their eyes and becomes still, connects to their breath again, relaxes their face, and now the receiver gets to be the giver and gives the partner some nice touch in return. From here, I like to go into an eye gazing exercise. And the way that I like to facilitate eye gazing, first of all, for me, eye gazing for me is just a simple practice of presence and stillness with each other. It's quite simple and effective, and it's enough just to be present and still together. I welcome if people feel like they want to smile, or if they feel like they need to laugh a little, or if there's some words coming up in the moment that feels like it wants to be spoken to. Personally, I welcome all of that. I don't feel like eye gazing needs to be like this really serious thing where we need to like prove, you know, like how spiritual we are by like don't show any inflection of personality whatsoever. That's not quite my style. I'm more just about like being present and connecting and just being who we are, how we are, and just seeing what's there. I also like to begin by staring at the center between the brow on each other. It's neat. It allows you to actually take in the energy of both eyes at the same time when we stare here at each other. And so I'll start there for a little while, and then I'll move the gaze to the eyes on this side of the body, on one side of the body for some time, and then I'll switch to the eyes on the other side of the body. And then I bring it back around to the third eye center, and yeah, it's really beautiful, really super intimate, and even can feel quite vulnerable to share that type of presence with someone, even someone you're so close to as your partner, your beloved. And then from there, I close the practice with leaning in, each person leaning in and giving, sharing, enjoying just like a nice heartfelt hug. Just like, you know, a hug for like a good solid like couple minutes or longer, where you just get to really hug and just feel each other and get to just relish and enjoy that really beautiful, sweet, simple, sensual connection. So this is a very easy set of exercises that I think anybody can adopt and either follow it exactly as I've laid out here, or just use it as inspiration to create your own version to share with your partner. And it's really an ideal kind of lead into greater levels of intimacy, whether it's physical, like if you're gonna share something like this and then go into like giving your partner like a full body massage, or if you're going to go from there into say more sensual or even sexual levels of intimacy. It's really nice to start with this very slow, simple exercise of like energetic fluffing, right? Kind of like awakening the body and awakening the interest and desire to be connected and to share a really beautiful presence together. So I hope that this is something that helps to just support and inspire this time of greater shared space between couples out there. And in general, I hope that this is something that people can take with them into their normal day-to-day practice. And you know, maybe it's something that you share like once a week or twice a week, or ideally at least like a couple times a month, to like kind of use this as a way to establish a strong energetic anchor between you and your sweetie. All right, thanks for your time and being here with me, and I hope this is helpful. Thank you. Bye.